Hello, I'm Kelly with FitnessBlender.com. Today I have a feel-good cardio warm-up for you. So you don't need any equipment at all for this. We'll be doing each interval for 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so our goal here is to gradually bring up our intensity. So we're going to start off nice and light with a boxer shuffle. So with this, you can just stay right in place without your feet ever lifting the ground if you would like low impact. Otherwise, you're just kind of shifting your weight back and forth between those 2 feet. So landing nice and soft, just kind of getting the blood flowing. You shake out your shoulders a little bit if you like. So I love a good warm-up because sometimes you can just do, 5 to 10 minutes of really light activity and find out, I want more. Like maybe you didn't feel like working out at all at first, but when you start moving, you're like, oh yeah, I remember, I like this. And you might just end up doing way more than you thought you would. So here we'll reach up, enjoy that stretch, and come back down and switch legs. So make sure you're not holding your breath even through that warm-up. You want to set up a good breathing pattern. All right, next up we're going to do an IT band stretch. So really quickly though, we're just leaning from side to side. You don't want to do any long held stretches before you do a workout. And you can read about why on our website, but in a nutshell, you want to make sure that you keep your stretches fluid and dynamic and don't hold anything for any extended period of time before you go into strength training or HIIT or anything really intense. All right, next up we're going to be doing a warrior jack. So stretching into one side here, come up to the center and switch which side you're leaning into. So next up, we're going to be doing 3 twists plus a knee. So warming up the torso. Here we go. So slight squat here. Go 1, 2 on the third one, knee to elbow. 1, 2, 3, and just keep going. And if balance is a problem, you can always just lift your leg off the ground just a little bit. But if you can, bring it all the way up. It's all about modification because we're all at different places. We all need something different every day, even relative to our own strength. So be willing to listen to your body. All right, next up we're going to do a standing jackknife. So standing nice and tall, arms overhead. Just go down and tap that leg across. If this feels a little much for you, you can come here, make it work for you. And if you can't reach your toe, that's okay too. We're really just trying to warm up the backs of the thighs here, so do what you can with your own range of motion. All right, next up, we're going to plant our feet for a good morning. So you can put your hands here if you like, nice flat back, and then pull yourself up strong. All right, next up, we're going to be moving on to a squat push-pull. So again, back nice and flat, going down, push those arms out, pull them back in. And you can really work against yourself and make this a lot harder than just flailing. So as you're pulling in, pretend like you're also trying to push out, and as you're pushing out, pretend like you're also trying to push in. Just don't get too intense just yet because we are still in a warm-up. Next exercise is going to be a walk down. So again, warming up the backs of those thighs as well as our upper body. So just walk out into a tall plank and then back up. Use those glutes to pull yourself upright. Try to lead with a different hand each time just to keep your brain in the game as well. Okay, next exercise is a reverse lunge. So stand up nice and tall, sinking back and behind the body. Your weight split. Try to split the weight between your 2 feet, your torso upright. Don't lean over that leg. Pull on your core. Our next interval, we're going to do the opposite. So this time we're going forward. I'm gonna try to work through all those range of motion in every direction. Next interval, we're going to be doing lateral jumps. So I'll show you a low impact modification. If you want to stay low, just go side to side. Just make sure you're making your step wider and wider as you get warm. Otherwise, try to jump equally on either side of the body. Just a couple more intervals. All right, next up, we're gonna be doing butt kickers. So right here, if you wanna keep it low impact, otherwise, we're far enough in our warm up now. If you feel like it, you can step up the intensity. Make sure you're landing light. Don't squeeze your fists or clench your jaw, frown. Try to stay relatively relaxed. Relaxed, right? You're like, oh, whatever, Kelly. Well, I'm jogging. All right, next up, we're gonna do a squat, come up. The next one is a jump squat. So if you want low impact, just stay right here. Otherwise, start to venture into that more ballistic territory with a jump. All right, this is quite the warm up. I'm already sweating really well. 5 seconds. All right, so that's it. So the thing about a warm-up is if you feel like you need more, do more. A longer warm-up is great if you deal with chronic pain, if you're a beginner, if you have asthma or an injury, arthritis. An extra warm-up can help you get more out of your workout. A longer warm-up can help you get more out of your workout. So, good job, guys. This is a sweaty little warm-up. Workout complete.